Did you know some frogs can freeze solid and come back to life? Imagine being trapped in ice. Your heart stops, your blood freezes, your body turns solid. And then, when spring comes, you simply wake up? Sounds like a miracle, right? Well, for some frogs, this isn't science fiction. It's just another winter. Today, we're diving into one of nature's wildest survival stories, the frogs that literally freeze to death and then come back to life. Stick around till the end, because this unbelievable ability might just change the way you see life itself. Let's start in the icy forests of North America, places like Alaska, Canada, and even parts of the northern United States. When the cold hits, most animals migrate or hibernate. Birds fly south, bears find caves. But frogs? They face a brutal choice. Many frog species simply can't escape the cold. Their tiny bodies would never survive a freezing pond or snow-covered ground. But instead of fleeing, they do something extraordinary. They freeze completely. Their hearts stop beating, their blood no longer flows, even their eyes turn cloudy like marbles of ice. By all human definitions, they are dead. And yet, they aren't. The science behind the magic. So how do these frogs pull off what seems impossible? Meet the wood frog, aka the Rana sylvatica, the superhero of cold survival. When temperatures drop, the wood frog's body begins a process that could rival any sci-fi movie. It starts producing a special natural antifreeze, glucose. Yes, the same sugar found in your blood, but in extreme amounts. This glucose floods into the frog's vital organs, protecting its cells from forming deadly ice crystals. Ice begins to creep around the frog's body, under its skin, between muscles, even inside its bladder, but not inside its most important cells. Essentially, the frog becomes a popsicle with its most critical systems safely on pause. Scientists call this freeze tolerance, and only a few animals on Earth can do it. The frog's heart stops. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't move. But the glucose keeps its cells from breaking apart, waiting patiently for spring.
The return to life. Then, when the temperature finally rises and the ice begins to melt, something magical happens. The frog thaws out. Slowly, its frozen limbs soften, its body warms, and after minutes, sometimes hours, the frog's heart begins to beat again. First slowly, then faster, until it hops away like nothing ever happened. Imagine that, a creature that can stop living for months and then reboot itself like a biological computer. It's not resurrection exactly, but it's as close as nature gets. A hidden advantage. You might be wondering, why would frogs evolve such a crazy ability? Well, the answer is survival. By freezing solid, the frog avoids one of the biggest dangers of winter, hydration. When everything around them freezes, water becomes scarce, but a frozen frog loses very little water. Also, by staying perfectly still under layers of snow and leaves, they're practically invisible to predators. Nothing hunts a frozen frog. This adaptation allows them to live in some of the coldest frog habitats on Earth, places no other amphibian could survive. Other frozen survivors. And here's the twist. The wood frog isn't alone. Scientists have discovered that other species, like the gray tree frog, spring peeper, and chorus frog, share similar freeze survival tricks. Even some turtles and insects can do it too, but none are as dramatic or as well studied as the wood frog. In fact, researchers from the University of Alaska have found frogs frozen at temperatures as low as -8 degrees Celsius or 17 degrees Fahrenheit that still came back to life when thawed. And get this, some have even survived multiple freeze-thaw cycles in one winter. Frozen, thawed, frozen again, and still hopping around by springtime. That's not just adaptation, that's nature's definition of resilience. Now, here's where it gets even more fascinating. Scientists are studying these frogs to learn how their cells survive freezing. If humans could do what these frogs do, it could change medicine forever. Think about it. Organ preservation, long-term space travel, even extending human life. Researchers are already experimenting with cryobiology, freezing cells and tissues without damaging them. The frog's natural chemistry could hold the key to preventing ice crystals from destroying human cells during freezing. Who would have thought a tiny woodland frog could help unlock the secrets of life and death? The bigger picture. But this story isn't just about science. It's also about survival and respect for the natural world. Each time we uncover a secret like this, we realize how little we truly understand about nature's genius. The frog doesn't need fancy equipment or shelter. It just knows, through millions of years of evolution, how to turn its body into something beyond what we thought was possible. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Nature isn't just full of creatures trying to survive, it's full of solutions waiting to be discovered. So the next time you hear frogs croaking in the spring after a long, icy winter, remember, some of those voices just came back from the dead. Crazy, right? If you found this story as mind-blowing as I did, hit that like button and tell me in the comments, which animal do you think has the most unbelievable survival skill? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that reveal the strange, beautiful, and mysterious ways nature works. Because sometimes, the smallest creatures hide the biggest secrets.